Today's video will be on the basics of true ERP. So if you're a first-time user, this is a great video to watch before any other videos. Teach you a couple helpful tips on how to make true ERP your own. So first thing to remember is that whenever you're looking at the screen here, any one of these modules here on the left-hand side can be added or moved. So your screens down here on the left-hand side, as well as the inside of every single one of these modules, the functionalities within them, are completely customizable. So depending on your access levels, you can make this look the way you'd like. You can work within a few different ones, one or two buttons if you'd like. So again, that depends on your access level and what's been given to you. Now, with that being said, if you were given full access, you would be able to see every single one of these, just like so. Alright? And if you wanted to remove any one of these modules, you would just go down here to this Customize button right here. Now, within this screen, you can add or delete any one of the modules that you see on the left-hand side. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little quick sample, and I'll just delete a few of these modules here. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and add one page, and let's call that the sales page. And when we go ahead and add the sales page, we can add any one of these functionalities or buttons within that sales page. So in this case, I'll go ahead and add the access level, click that, and then click OK. So as you can see, again, True ERP is completely customizable to the way you'd like it to look. So in this case, we have the access level. So again, if you have the access levels to do so, you can choose what you have access to, or what your employees have access to, and what they don't have access to. And you have that capabilities of choosing the access levels within any one of the modules here. Okay? So let me go ahead and just bring that back to full with delete, because again, we want to keep it that way. Perfect. Okay, so once you're ready to actually go ahead and bring it back to the default mode or view more of the buttons, no problem, just click Customize. And in this case, I do want to see everything back, so I'm going to go ahead and click Default, click OK, and there we go. We are back to where we started. Okay, so really easy to use. Now, whenever you're looking at True ERP, basically you would look at the modules that you have here on your left-hand side, and they are alphabeticalized. So you'd have your modules from accounts all the way down to workshops. Now, within your modules, you have certain functionalities. Like in this case, I'm in the sales tabs. Here, you'll be able to look at your quotes, sales orders, invoices. Now, typically the first line of every module, let's go here, the first line, as you can see here, are your single entry lines. Meaning, if I click on customer, that is going to allow me to add a new customer. Okay. If I click on quote, that's going to allow me to create a new quote. The bottom, or right below that, is your list. So after I've created that quote, if I wanted to look at that, here's my list. So now, again, same thing, right below the single entry customer, you have your list right below that. And again, that concept works throughout the whole program. Sales order single entry, and then your sales list right here. Again, works throughout the whole program. Okay. So another thing that you'd like to look at is when you're looking at, for instance, let me just pop open here your invoice list. Now, if you're looking at your invoice list, this section here is completely customizable as well. As a matter of fact, any list that you're looking at within True ERP is 110% customizable. What I mean by that is you can move the numbers around, the columns around, just the way I'm doing. So right here, I can move the customer name all the way on this side. I can add or remove columns, okay? depending on what I'd like to see. If I want to see the terms, total amounts, status, I can add or remove that column. In this case, we'll just leave it as is. If I need a little help with the font, that's no problem. I can increase my font just like so by clicking grid font and then increasing the font as you like. So in this case, I'll go ahead and set it to 11. I can also set an alternate row color. So if I need a little help when it comes to separating my list, I can do that by setting that alternate row color, and I'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, it has went ahead and saved it. And then I'll click OK. And the great thing about this is that it actually saves the list to the way I'd like it to look like. So even if I exit and I pop right back in the same list, you can go ahead and take a look just like that. Alright, now again, throughout the whole program, you have the drill down capabilities, or you'll be able to go ahead and double click and it will bring you to that transaction, or in this case it's this invoice. It works throughout the program, so if you're looking at the invoice list, you can double down on any one of these and it'll bring you to the invoice list. If you were looking at your sales order, again double click and again you'll bring you to that sales order that you're looking through. It works again throughout the program, the drill down capability. Alright, so let's just go right back into an invoice. Now here, whenever you're creating an invoice, you can actually set where you would like to have your tabs land. Now how you do that is really simple. Is that you go ahead and hold down Control and spacebar. Now, as you can see here, the different sections of where my tabs will land has changed color. In this case, I have it set for, if I want my tab to go there, the color will be green. If I do not want my tab to go there, the color is yellow. Okay, so in this case, I do not want it to land on Choose Template, Wholesale. If I wanted to go ahead and skip units, there we go. If I wanted to skip units, skip ordered, okay, it's not going to go ahead and land on those. Once you're done setting where you would like your tabs to land, go ahead and do another Control Space, and now go ahead and test it out. So every time you click tab, it will actually go to the spots what I had was green. Okay? And it will not go to these sections. Okay? In this case, I'll go ahead and turn those back on. So again, Control Space. I would like it to go here. There we go. Just like that. Leave that alone, and then Control Space again to remove. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and close that out. Now, a couple other helpful tips that you can do here is that if you go to your Employee tab and you click on your personal preferences, these are your personal preferences within your True ERP. So again, if you have the access level to do so, a lot of these things that you can go ahead and change and assign to yourself. For instance, if you had the access level to give yourself payroll, you can go ahead and do that, and you'll see that in this tab here. You can set everything here from your color defaults, so how you'd like your colors to look within each selection or search. Okay. You can also set how your default list range will go ahead and pop up, and again, that list is your default list. So in this case, I have my 60 days past and my 5 days forward. Okay, and what I mean by that is if I pop open my actually, let's go here, your sales list. I mean this default mode right here. Okay, so this is 60 days back and 5 days forward. So let's just go back. Employee, personal preferences. Here you will also be able to set your reminders and which reminders you'd like to appear. So in this case, I'd like my appointments to appear 2 days before the appointments. Same thing, I'd like my warranties, let's just say 2 days before the warranty. Now obviously you can change this to 5 days. So if my warranty was going up and going to be set up within 5 days, then or expired within 5 days, then it will actually remind me what that warranty is. And again, the reminders I'm speaking of is this little section here. So whenever you turn on True ERP, you would have a list of reminders here that would pop open for you because of the fact that you have set them with your employee and your personal preferences. Okay? So there we go. There we go. Now we also have a little section here that I like, is your active windows. Now within your active windows, let me just do a little quick demonstration. If you have it set here as click on status, let me just pop open a few active windows here. There we go. Now if you click here on this gray bar in the bottom of your screen, just click that. As you can see, you'll see the list of your active windows that you have open. Now from here, you can go ahead and click, and there you go. It will actually pop open your active windows. So again, another nice feature throughout True ERP. Let me just go ahead and close these out. Perfect. Now another neat feature that True ERP has is a lot of search capabilities. Now mind you, you will probably be working in your product list the most. The reason being is because obviously this is where you'll be finding all your products, inventory, etc. So I'll just explain the difference really quickly. What the difference is between your product express list and your full products list here. Now if you pop open your express list, as you can see, it's very short. Okay, does not have your inventories. If you pop open your full product list up here, it has a bit more detail. It takes a little bit longer to pop up, as you can see, and the reason being is because it's actually calculating what's available, on build, on hold, allocated, what's in stock. Okay, so it actually gives you the full details of your products. Now in this case, a lot of times you'll just be working into your product express list. Alright, now again, within your product express list, it's fully customizable. You can resize your columns, you can move your columns anywhere you'd like. You can sort on any one of the columns, meaning you can just click on your top button or your bar right there, and it will sort throughout every single one of your columns. You also have the search functionalities, meaning if I were looking for something that started with an A, I can type A, and there we go. It will search within your list. Now again, these functionalities are available in any one of the lists that you have here. Now if I wanted to separate these products that start with an A, I would go ahead and click F6, and there we go. It now separates the records that just starts with an A. So your functionalities between your F5, F6, and F7. F5 is your full list. F6 is your starts with, as you can see here. And then F7 is your like. So again, if I were looking for something and I had forgotten what the name was or what kind of product type it was, I can type within this field here, and it will search specific numbers or letters. So in this case, if I were looking for OCK, it would go ahead and look for OCK. Okay, there we go, and it's looking for OCK, and these are all the products that actually have OCK within them. Okay, so again, F5, F6, and F7, those are your functionalities. You have your full list. You have your F6, which is your start with, and F7 is your like. Now, speed-wise, it's a lot faster to work with your F7. The reason being is if you're in F7 mode, and you go ahead and close the list, and you pop open that list again, much faster to search in because it does not have to pull up your full product list. Now if you're in F5 mode, every time you close out your product list and you pop that right back open, it will actually pop open all of your products again. So slightly slower. F7 is a lot quicker if you have thousands and thousands of products that you are working with. Okay? All right. So again, within this list here, it's fully customizable. You can show whatever you'd like to see, which columns you'd like to see. All right, close that out. Now again, a couple few different functionalities is you can filter on any one of these lists. For instance, if I wanted to filter on things that are only women's clothing, I would highlight this column here, women's, right click, and add this filter. This is probably my most favorite filter that we have here, so just click that, and then now you see that you're actually searching on that filter, or filtering on that filter. Click on preview filter, and now you're only viewing women's products. Okay, now if you want to clear that, easy, just go ahead and clear that filter, and there we go. You can also do that in another way. If you wanted to highlight women's, and then you hold down Control-Shift-N for Nancy, Control-Shift-N. If you do that, that will also bring you to that same list, or that same filter. Okay, so it's again separating whatever product you choose, or whatever column or word you choose, it will actually separate that from the full list. So again, that was Control-Shift-N. All right. So a couple of other things to remember is when you're looking at your reports, your report selector here at the bottom of the page, right here, before you pop open or open up any one of these reports, please go ahead and select the date range. Now mind you, the larger the date range, the more data it's going to pull, and the slower that report will take up. Now obviously, as you've seen, it doesn't take too long to open up any one of the reports, but for speed, you definitely want to search within the date range that you're actually looking for. So if you can set this within a month, a day, a week, before you open one of these reports, it will actually help you out a lot faster. All right? So a couple other things that you can go ahead and do if you have the capabilities of doing so is if you click Utilities, Preferences, you can also set the different colors of your screen. So in this case, I have two basic colors. But if I wanted to set this general to a bright red, for instance, there we go. It'll be nice and bright. So if you have the access levels to do so, again, that was under Utilities, Preferences, and then Colors. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and bring that right back. Make that nice and easy on the eyes for us. Okay, so that's basically your basics when it comes to TrueERP. Again, there's a lot of different videos that you can watch. You just click here under Show Me, and that will actually pop up the many videos that we actually have with TrueERP if you're stuck, or if you need more training on any one of these modules that we have here. You can also go ahead and click on your Help and Contents, or F1 on your keyboard, and that would bring you to our TrueERP wiki page. And again, of course, you can always pick up the phone and call one of our support teams. Well, that's the basics of your first-time user, and I hope you enjoyed TrueERP. Thank you so much for watching.